Guys should be good now, and we can go off in the tournament. Let's see who our contestants are going to be for this tournament, though. First, we've got Captain Falcon, the winning character from the last tournament. Then we've got Pit. I'm going to shuffle it once, just to make sure Falcon's not game 1. Okay, so we had Pit for CPU 2, then CPU 3 is Lucas, 4 is Shulk, 5 is Toon Link, 6 is Game & Watch, 7 Meta Knight, 8 is going to be Ganondorf, 9 Ice Climbers, 10 Daisy, 11 Chrom, 12 Ridley, 13 Bayonetta, 14 is Pac-Man, 15 is Wario, and 16 is King Dedede. So, yeah, hopefully my message is pretty subtle there, subtle there. I don't need to pronounce the B. Oh yeah, game 1 is Ice Climbers versus Green Meta Knight. A lot of green characters in this fight. Green gloves on the Ice Climbers. Going to Unova Pokemon League for game 1. Meta Knight's kind of spacing out the Ice Climbers a little bit, even with a small sword, like his sword. I actually don't know the name of his sword, so... Ice Climbers are spamming Neutral B, although Meta Knight is able to get around it with his. Biologic has joined the fight as a spectator. Meta Knight side B separates Nana, but Popo is still there. Manages to hit them both with the Struttle Loop and recover. Milotic has left the arena, however. Gets frozen by the down special, and then down specials and returns to kill Nana. Popo is still alive though, and gets a free smash attack, although it doesn't do much to Meta Knight. Is able to tech both of the hits and returns stage. Meta Knight is trying to get the kill, but really can't seem to do it. But then does for the down end, doesn't spike. I'm sorry, but I don't remember the name of the Pokemon that has joined the background now. I think it's Wishmacott. That I was never a grass type Pokemon player, so when I did play grass type, I don't even remember what Pokemon it was. It was like the one that if you hit it, it had like the Rocky Helmet effect. It was steel and grass, and it was mainly so I could have a team that like covered all the types in Pokemon. But back to the game, we now have Meta Knight getting an interdimensional cape on Popo. Do a decent amount of damage. He's managed to separate them both, which is a really good strategy because without Nana, Popo's recovery is definitely not a good one. Now Shaman has joined the brawl, and by brawl I mean the ultimate, in his land form, and is now changed to his sky form to watch in the background. Popo lands an up smash on on Meta Knight after getting hit. Game & Watch is going to be the next contestant, or one of the next contestants, I guess. Meta Knight tries to land an interdimensional cape, although misses. Lands the up air from the Ice Climbers, although tries to land a dimensional cape, misses, and the Ice Climbers punish with another up air for the kill. Meta Knight at 0, Ice Climbers at 32% on the last stock. Even though it may not look like it's going very well for the Ice Climbers, this is still pretty much anyone's game. And Lotek has rejoined the arena to spectate. Meta Knight lands interdimensional cape, and the Ice Climbers are at 91.7% now. Misses the interdimensional cape and SDs from Meta Knight. So Ice Climbers are moving on. I don't know who I was going to go for there, but I really didn't like to see Meta Knight go out like that. He was really trying his hardest there. You could tell that He had spent a lot of time practicing, pairing, he knew the matchup, but he was just unable to continue to land hits that he needed to land. And because of that, he SD'd. Okay, it is now Mr. Game & Watch versus Daisy. Game & Watch somehow manages to punish the counter with neutral air, and is actually leading this fight. This is definitely a Daisy matchup, although Game & Watch can kind of change my mind here. I feel like I'm a little bit biased towards Daisy, but I'm actually going for Game & Watch. You would think I would be biased for Daisy for being my old main, and I have the most playtime of her than any other character, but I do kind of feel bad for Mr. Game & Watch. It's an underdog story, I guess. Drag down Nair 3 times, it only lands 2, and then tries to get a jab, but it doesn't really do anything. Goes for the 9. He's kind of destroying Daisy, not gonna lie, but Daisy lands a turnip, so maybe that's the momentum that she needed, but it looks like a 5 from Game & Watch will get the kill. I thought there were 5 or 6, I really couldn't tell. Gets the back air on Daisy, tries to go for another one, but misses. Up B's into neutral air, it does connect. Up B's into 7, but it doesn't connect. Tries to land up air on Chef. The Chef barely misses, but that Chef hits. Gets 2 up air chains. 3, 4 up air chains. Almost the 5th one, but gets a back air instead. Daisy's trying to get around Game & Watch projectiles, but can't really seem to do it. Game & Watch is kind of just showing his dominance in this matchup, even though he doesn't really have any dominance in this matchup. Daisy takes the stock of the back air though. It's 119% to 0%. They both still have 2 stocks, so Daisy could come back from this, although it's gotta be kind of a battle. The 9 from Mr. Game & Watch is definitely not gonna help unless she would have parried it. Or countered it, I mean, which she did neither of those, so it's now 1 stock lead for Game & Watch and a bit of percent as well, so they kind of work like the stars in Mario Party. It doesn't really matter how many stocks you have, or how much percent you have, as long as you have a stock ahead, that's going to be a kind of a problem. You could lose a star instantly, the coins don't matter. So Daisy's trying to get that percent lead back and try and take away Game & Watch's stock. Doing a pretty good job of it as well. Goes for the edge guard, although retreats. Dodges the up airs. Tries to parry the first hit of up air and is successful, but doesn't parry the second hit. Or I think he would have to parry 3 hits with Game & Watch up air to not be caught in the wind. Because I'm pretty sure that sends a wind box up, so that way you get hit by all of them. If not, then it just launches you directly upwards. Daisy's not looking too well at 130% last stock. This is her tournament stock here. Game & Watch still has 2. Lands a neutral air after parrying the first hit. Parries the slide special but doesn't parry, or then tries to punish with up smash, which Daisy counters. Daisy doesn't parry the neutral air. Doesn't parry the 4, but it does block it. Gets hit with the dash attack, now at 166% from 2 up airs, or I guess 168 now. Game & Watch gets punished for trying to do a 9. And gets killed by Game & Watch's down air. So Daisy does lose. Game & Watch with 28.5%. I feel like the 9 was definitely a clutch 9. It's one way to stop all of Daisy's momentum for sure. Here we have Chrom versus Pac-Man. and it's going to be at Lylat. Must have been a Pac-Man counterpick. This is not a hazardless rule set. I mean, this is not a hazard rule set, this is a hazardless rule set, so this could have also been a Chrom counterpick, although Chrom might have flashbacks to whenever he does play the stage hazardless, and that usually doesn't end well for Chrom. Although Chrom is kind of not doing well here, even though there are no hazards, although he has kind of shortened Pac-Man's lead significantly and passed him there for a second, but Pac-Man did get it back. Gets a really good edge guard, although Chrom's up B just completely denies Pac-Man of the stock that he really deserved and made him lose his stock. So, really do have to feel bad in that situation for Pac-Man. Chrom tries to take another early stock, but Pac-Man predicts it. Misses the key due to Lylat's engine kind of blocking it. Or not the key, but the bell. Manages to use super armor through Chrom's up special and kills Chrom somehow. I actually don't know what happened there. But it worked, so that's good for Pac-Man. I am going for Pac-Man in this, though. So far, the characters that I've gone for have won. Except, Meta Knight. So I guess literally just, Game & Watch. Ice Climbers vs. Game & Watch is definitely going to be a very interesting match. Compared to Chrom just trying to get a free stock on Pac-Man. Pac-Man punishes on the up special from Chrom. Although it does get hit with a pretty hard hit in another one. He's now at 141.5. 153.5 now. Chrom tries to land a down air, but Pac-Man's side special has super armor for some reason. I don't understand how that recovery just worked for Chrom, but it's definitely one of the weirdest animations that I've ever seen. Pac-Man lands for his match, but does not kill. He does get killed by Chrom's up special though, which actually killed Pac-Man first. Even though it shouldn't. Pac-Man definitely got ripped off of 2 stocks there. It's only a 1 stock fight, and Pac-Man doesn't really do well under pressure. Disadvantage is not Pac-Man's friend, for sure. Now we have Pit versus DDD. I think everyone's going for DDD. So that way we can have the true king win a Smash tournament. Not Bowser. And we also need him to get rid of Chrom. If Captain Falcon does win the tournament, or I don't know what happened to my voice there, it didn't crack, but something weird happened. But if Falcon wins this tournament, the person who gets second will be in the next tournament, in case you're wondering. DDD's definitely got a pretty good lead here with his Gordos. He's a heavy hitter whenever he hits, but if he misses then he gets heavy hit, I guess is a way to say it. Manages to recover. Definitely get a kill with his jab. It launches upwards whenever it's finished. So you basically just want to DI towards the stage whenever you get hit with it, because you're about to be launched into the air. Or you can also just DI to the blast zones, it really doesn't matter. You just don't want to DI upwards because that will make your launch speed increase. That will be an LSI, and that's not what you want to do in that situation. Pit trying to land an arrow, but does land a side special into an arrow. He's pretty much just spamming the arrows now. DDD is spamming Gordos, however. So, they're kind of just spacing each other out, although it's not working too well for Pit. DDD did get hit with his own Gordo there, although it didn't do much damage, honestly. Compared to what I've seen from Gordos. Like, I've seen Luigi get 5 hits off of 1 Gordo, as well as his own hits. So, it was just a 10-hit combo off of 1 Gordo, pretty much. Almost breaks shield with that. Pit's back throw will not kill. I'm pretty sure you have to throw up throw at high percent to kill with Pit, although I don't know his kill throw. He might not even have one. DDD lands a forward air. He's at 188% to Pit's 112.5, but does lose the stock to up smash from Pit. Pit now at 140.8%, DDD at 0%. Tries to get a shield break or just tries to land an up special there. Kills with neutral air, however. Pit on his tournament stock against DDD at Pokemon Stadium 2. Misses a grab, but Pit misses a side special, gets punished with a Gordo, does 30.2%. DDD lands a Jet Hammer, surprisingly. Tries to go for some kind of advanced read, although it doesn't work. Pit just going to shoot another arrow to punish, instead of doing a really effective punish, but I mean, I guess that's effective short term. Need to just keep my water in my hand instead of having to turn around to grab it. I don't want it to block my monitor. But DDD definitely gotten some damage. Pit's kind of coming back from this, which isn't looking good because I am going for DDD. No, he doesn't land the dash attack. The dash attack would have been a really good thing for for DDD to regain his momentum. Although he seems to just be having a hard time of doing it. There he goes. Landing a up air into Gordo. Or I'm pretty sure that was up tilt actually. Gets the Jet Hammer parried. It definitely would have been a great option for DDD if he would have landed it. However, he did not get a chance to land it. DDD just needs some kind of a momentum gain, and then he will most likely come back. He loses a jab, hits the Gordo though, and does get the win. Last hit. Sent Pit all the way back to Skyworld with that Gordo. DDD is moving on to round 2, where he will have to completely destroy Chrome. Yeah, my throat's starting to hurt, so can't talk as well. I think is what's going on. I have my water with me, but it's not really helping that much. Now we have Lucas versus Captain Falcon at Wily Castle. And because this is a unearthbound character, we do hear PK Fire as the first words from this fight. Captain Falcon is a returning champion from yesterday's tournament. Lucas tries to land an up smash, but Captain Falcon punishes with a attack get up. Captain Falcon doing a dash dance, trying to up smash, although it doesn't land. Captain Falcon barely recovering from that. Just kind of trying to do a lot of damage to Lucas, trying to keep him spaced out for some reason. That's actually the opposite of what you want to do for Falcon. You want to try and get the kills early so that way your opponent stays close to you so you can do a lot of damage. Especially if it's an opponent that's trying to zone you out like Lucas, although this Lucas is playing pretty aggressively, which doesn't really work for Lucas. I mean, it can if you use PK Fire, but you kind of just want to stay back and land PK Freeze, space out with PK Fire, and like a forward smash or something like that, but seems like Lucas isn't getting the memo. Captain Falcon just dash dancing into a dash grab forward throw. Parry down smash will take it. It's now two stocks. Lucas at 55.2%, however. Gets an up tilt at ledge to punish Captain Falcon's recovery. Although it was not very effective. You know, fire against fire. In Pokemon, kind of trade there. Falcon's not really trying to get very close to Lucas or is playing very carefully around Lucas's up smash or something like that. He's just not really approaching Lucas that much and letting Lucas approach him, which is something that if this were a regular tournament, I feel like the Lucas player would not be trying to approach Falcon. But because this is CPUs, the CPUs do what they want to do, and it looks like Lucas is just playing his own game, which isn't really working. I mean, we couldn't tell him no whenever he asked to join the tournament, so due to all the troubles with his parents and stuff like that. Okay, down tilt to up smash. I would definitely dash dance from that, Lucas. Captain Falcon lands a footstool for some reason. Up throw to up smash does not connect. Falcon blocks it. Falcon lands jab into forward smash into down air. The down air does not spike though. That would have been a very hype comeback for Falcon though. Lucas at 69%, Falcon at 18%. Both of them are on their tournament stock. Lands down throw but gets interrupted while trying to do an up smash by Captain Falcon's down special. Tries to land a PK Fire, although hits the ground first, so all you hear is the words. Does land a PK Fire, but then gets down aired at ledge. I mean, if you do have to go out to a Falcon, you don't really want to go out to a Falcon punch. You want to go in the least flashy way possible, and I feel like that was one of the few ways that could have been achieved. Now we have Toon Link versus Shulk. Wispy Woods making his first tournament appearance for the day. Hopefully we will be seeing Wispy getting a few kills. But I don't know yet. It's a pretty close game so far, though. Shulk does kind of have a lead over Toon Link. Toon Link does kind of lack range with melee, although his projectiles are pretty deadly from far away in terms of combo potential, although there isn't as much as with the other Links. Toon Link's off stage, so that could be bad. Is able to recover, is able to tag the up air. So Wispy is not going to pick up a kill yet. Still early this fight and in the tournament. King DDD has decided to join and watch his possible future opponents. Shulk using Buster over Smash, which I think is kind of a weird choice, but I mean, Toon Link is at 168.5%. I don't know why you wouldn't choose Smash. Lands forward air though and turns that 168 to a 0. Gets the vision, or counter, whatever you want to call it. DDD seems to be taking his leave. Wispy waiting for the kill. Zared the bomb, I believe. I think he zared it, picked it up, and then zared it again, is what happened there. Shulk picking up speed art for his Monado. Trying to land some up airs, although missed every single one. Goes for Smash. I would say kind of early, but Wispy was picking up his first kill of the entire series. Right here. I mean, definitely not a bad one. Shulk was in Smash, so he would get launched a lot further, but I can't believe Wispy Woods just disrespected him like that. Shulk landing down smash, or attempting to at least. Lands a backslash and then tries to get speed art. It's punished with a Zair, although now they've kind of spaced each other out a little bit behind because the fight is moving fast. Shulk's definitely not letting Link sit still. He's gotta be on his toes. Ooh, landing the forward air, going for the edge guard, does not successfully edge guard. However, he did tech the recovery, so he is safe. Switches to smash and lands the up smash. I thought he was actually going to go for a forward smash and miss, but that was just a really advanced read. Next we are going to see Wario versus Bayonetta. Glad that Whispy was able to get his first kill of the entire series and of this tournament. We could see him come back later for another kill, if he feels like it. But this is definitely going to be an interesting fight. Kind of just spacing each other out, getting a little bit of chip damage in, both at 6.3%. Wario is taking the lead a little bit over Bayonetta, using his spike a lot aggressively. Most Warriors use spikes defensively to recover, but this Wario seems to be on the offensive. Wait, is that a statue of Tom Nook in the center? How have I not noticed that? Okay, it's not Tom Nook. What to say, I need to actually play Animal Crossing if that is. I might get the new Animal Crossing. I've never played Animal Crossing before. And I think it was one of the World of Light streams I was talking about games I wanted to stream, and that was one of them. The new 2D Zelda Link's Awakening, that looks good, and I'll probably play it. Got the Lloyd Rocket dancing to KK Ryder. KK, I don't actually remember his name, but he is not here. Alright, it's KK Slider, isn't it? He does not appear to be here. Wario somehow ate his bike on like the last possible frame that it would have been possible to eat his bike. KK Ryder still, Slider still is not here, even though he is singing. Wario taking a 2-stock lead, so far at 131.5% against Bayonetta. This definitely would not have been the case in Smash 4, even with CPU. Wario does have Waft, so this is, if he lands it, then this is pretty much going to be a very easy 3-stock for Wario in the first one of the entire CPU Championship series. Does land it, although it does not kill. Did not get the sweet spot. Bayonetta with the down air gets the kill. Has a 2-stock lead. Wario does. Lands a bite combo into forward air. Definitely one of the best edge guards that I've seen. Bayonetta does not use all of her recovery options and dies. So Wario is advancing to round 2. Against Shulk, actually. So I don't know if he'll be laughing for much longer. Or no, not against Shulk. Against either Ridley or Ganondorf. I forgot that these two had entered. The heavy fight is definitely going to be one to watch. And by heavy fight I mean just Ganondorf, because he's actually the only heavy character here. Or character that I would classify as heavy. But yeah, Ridley starting off with a side special. Ganondorf does his side special as well, and takes the lead. I got Final Destination from Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 64 playing in the background. Kind of just doing a bit of damage to each other and then backing up, but Ganondorf seems to be taking the offensive here. Somehow gets the kill. I'm pretty sure Ridley just DI'd toward the blast zone and up B as well, just to be safe, but I really don't know why you would do that in a championship series or anything like that. I think Ridley is just kind of afraid of Ganondorf maybe, or maybe he's just going easy on Ganon. That could also be the option, because Ridley just 2-framed Ganondorf with a down smash. Maybe Ridley just had to take a second to warm up as well. Ridley gets the tech into neutral air. Almost gets Ganon. If Ridley would have edge guarded, then that could have been a Ganon going for the down air, but it misses. Ridley's able to mash out of the side special. Ganondorf gets the down air though. Maybe Ridley was playing too confidently before with the SD. And may lose the entire championship. Although Ganondorf is going to not be able to recover from that, so it's actually a close game. Ridley could still come back from this, although Ganondorf is trying to make sure Ridley won't do that. Ganondorf with the parries. Almost lands the up smash. The up smash would have been a kill, for sure. Gets the forward tilt into up B, although it doesn't hit. Tries to get the forward smash. Ridley with the jab as a punish for the roll into up tilt, I believe. Forward tilt doesn't follow up. Back air also doesn't follow up. Tries to go for an edge guard, although gets kind of edge guarded and gimped. And then Ganondorf with the back air edge guard will take it. And will advance to round 2. Against Wario. Game 1 of round 2, we have Ice Climbers versus Mr. Game & Watch. A battlefield. Game & Watch does have a small disadvantage here, though it's kind of been increased a bit. Popo and Nana kind of showing Game & Watch why they shouldn't be underestimated. Although Game & Watch landing a bunch of up airs to actually take the lead by 1%, so it doesn't keep it for long. Lands a neutral air for a little bit of damage, but it doesn't do much. Knocks Nana off stage, almost goes for an edge guard. Tries to get into read, but it doesn't work. Throws Popo off stage. Popo with a kill. Kills Game & Watch with the down special, or not down special, down smash. And then, I knew that I was going to say that wrong. But, seems like Popo is getting a lot of damage into Game & Watch now. Game & Watch needs to do something about them, or else they're just gonna get a 2-stock most likely. Maybe take out Nana, though it looks like he's got his sights set on Popo. A little bit riskier, but could definitely be done. Going for Nana this time, although Popo's spamming neutral B, so isn't able to get a punish. Ice Climber's at 178% and still living. Game & Watch not going for 9, not going for anything, seems like. Jabs Popo to 186.9%. Gets the ledge trap with the forward air though. Game & Watch at 81.4% and Ice Climbers at 5.7%. Both of them 2 stocks. Game & Watch kind of has a long way to go. He does need to land a 9 or something similar if he's going to win. They do a little bit of a desync there, although it's mainly just for a high percent kill. Wouldn't really work at low percent for a kill, I believe. Definitely killed Game & Watch though, being a lightweight. They now have a 1-stock lead, but they still have a while to go before Game & Watch gives up. They are getting in a lot of damage though. Three side specials in a row into neutral special. Is able to hit Popo through the air dodge with the last hit of up air. Lands it down special into neutral air. Game & Watch does land a 9, Armin an 8. On Popo, I believe. I wasn't looking at the time. Game & Watch really needs to do something here, but it looks like he's going to get up aired. Ice Climbers with the 2 stock at 100.7%. They will have to fight Chrom or DDD in semifinals. Ice Climbers barely defeated Meta Knight, and Game & Watch kind of dominated Daisy, but lost to Ice Climbers, so I really don't understand what went wrong there, but yeah. Now we have King DDD versus Chrom, who was able to defeat... I actually forgot who he defeated. But it was the one that I was going for, so DDD needs to win. And I'm always going to be going for DDD. Okay, DDD doing an air dodge at ledge, losing his stock, trying to make sure that Chrom knows that he's not here to play around. Going to go for some disrespect. DDD's specialty. Jabs at Chrom's shield. Lands a down tilt. Ooh, lands a Gordo snipe. And it actually gimps Chrom. So DDD, though he did lose an early stock, is able to even out the game against Chrom with a Gordo snipe. DDD's definitely a threatening opponent for Chrom, as Chrom has to get him close to opponents to do a lot of damage. His sword doesn't exactly have the most range, although it does do damage throughout. DDD does like to keep opponents off of him though with his Gordos, and constantly snipe them. If they do get close, however, his slow attacks do a lot of damage, so... While he can't be punished, if he's not punished, then your opponent, or DDD's opponent's not gonna have a fun time, I guess. Gets the Gordo for the ledge trap on Chrom, and combos into back air. Definitely one of the best Gordo plays that I've seen, and it's by a CPU actually. They need to do a compilation of Gordo, so you have like a compilation of Falcon Punches at 9, but not Gordo plays. Or Patui snipes. Is able to recover against Chrom. Chrom is also able to recover. Gets hit with the Gordo, so it does lose stock pretty early there at 150. Which might not sound early, but it is to a Gordo, so that does kind of make it an early stock. Lands forward tilt into forward air. Footstools Chrom for the disrespect and gimps Chrom. King DDD just completely disrespects his competition for an easy victory. Now we have Captain Falcon versus Shulk for Battle 3 of Round 2. At Midgar, kind of hoping DDD actually comes out on top of this tournament. After the last performance, it was definitely one of the more entertaining matches that I've seen from any CPU. It wasn't like 700 footstools like the match that I saw between Captain Falcon and Marth, but that was before I was streaming Smash Ultimate, so... We did see a footstool from Shulk against Captain Falcon, although it wasn't able to kill Falcon. Falcon actually able to kill Shulk, because Shulk did not tech the up special. Lands the backslash against Falcon though. Falcon is able to almost recover, but gets 2 framed, then recover successfully. Follows it through with a side B into up air. Shulk switches to Smash, so that could be either dangerous or really good, and it turns out that it's really good because he is able to get a good up air for the kill. I believe that's up air. That might have actually been forward air. All of Shulk's aerials look very similar to me, except for like down air and up air. Or I guess that would mean that that would be forward air, because up air is just the same thing as down air, but in the sky, so that would have to be forward air. And I've been calling it up air this whole time. Or it could have been neutral air, I guess, so. Sorry I don't know everyone's moves perfectly. There's only like 75 of them. Times 4. In some cases, like times 6. With Ryu and Ken. If you count the Hadoukens the same, even though their animations are different and they have different damage outputs and speeds. So going Buster for the damage, he switches into Smash, he will get a lot of damage out. Captain Falcon takes advantage of the Buster to get out some damage as well. Lands a forward throw for the kill, 128.3% in Shulk. Dash dances to try and get some momentum, although he is hit by a forward smash and does lose the stock. So it's now an even game pretty much. Captain Falcon with a 6% disadvantage. Though he does regain the advantage and also gets a 2-frame, although the 2-frame doesn't kill. Shulk does have speed though, although it's gone now. Spot dodges the down tilt, although it's hit by the grab and thrown. Captain Falcon shielding. Center stage, not the best idea. Lands a down air. Shulk switches over to Smash. This could be really good for Shulk or really bad for Shulk at the same time. Looks like Captain Falcon is going to teabag center stage as well as do some dash dances. Though Shulk is starting to get some damage back. Gets a 1% lead. Now increases it to 8%. Lands the up smash and wins. Last hit. I wouldn't say that was a good rhythm, but it was definitely a close one. You were able to defeat the last champion, and will now be moving on to semifinals against either Ganondorf or Wario. If I had to guess, I would say Ganondorf, but you never know with Wario. He did do a really good edge guard with Bike, just completely destroying Bayonetta. Both opponents are kind of starting to get a feel for each other. Ganondorf trying to land a neutral air off stage. Wario parries into up smash. Lands the Bike. Ganondorf tries to hit with neutral air. Wario lands up air though. Ganondorf playing really defensively against the Bike. Every time it goes out he shields or tries to jump around the Bike. Except for that time where he tries to get an up tilt, though it doesn't work. He tries to also edge guard with forward tilt and it works just as well. Gets a neutral air edge guard though for the kill at 106.5% for Ganon. Lands up special and is able to recover through Wario's edge guard. Lands another up special as well. And is able to fully recover from the ledge. Center stage, although went back to the other ledge, although it's now in center stage and lands an up smash. Tries to land another up smash, but it gets parried by Wario. Lands the side special though. Wario bikes off stage. Ganondorf tries to edge guard or try and keep Wario at the ledge. Is able to knock Wario off stage. Grabs the ledge. Wario tries to do a footstool off to Ganon to try and get a easy kill, but it doesn't work. Lands Bike though center stage, and Ganondorf seemed to DI towards the blast zone, although lands neutral air and is able to get the stock lead still. Wario doing a little combo there for 21.4%, I believe. Although he was just hit a second ago, so I can tell now. Wario misses the waft as soon as he got it. Parry to forward smash from Wario. Ganondorf lands the up special, so he is able to recover. Lands down tilt. Tries to combo it into up air, although Wario techs a little bit before it can hit. Wario at 106%, Ganon at 90.9% with 2 stocks, Wario at 1. So this is Wario's tournament stock. Ganondorf landing a neutral air on Wario. Wario at 130.3. Now 146.7. Lands a neutral air for the edge guard and wins. Ganondorf's definitely a pretty scary opponent off stage. At least this Ganondorf is, as he goes for a lot of edge guards. He doesn't recover in the best ways possible, but he does edge guard in one of the best ways. It's now Ice Climbers versus King Dedede for semifinal battle 1. Next battle will be Shulk versus Ganon. Whoever wins this will go on to finals against either one of them, so it just depends. Yeah, sorry I had to mute my mic there and wasn't able to speak, but Ice Climbers definitely have a really good lead against Dedede. I am going for Dedede in this fight. As always. Dedede sitting at 152%, Ice Climbers at 66.1. Dedede getting down specialed again. Getting hit by Gordo again as well. It's not really that wise to throw out Gordos in this kind of situation because Ice Climbers is going to continue to neutral B. Which does happen again, and Dedede is hit by the Gordo and killed at 199.5%, I believe. Dedede trying to make sure that he gets the stock, so that way they don't have a good lead, like they do. They are able to tech the hit after Nana was footstooled, and Popo was hit underneath the stage. He was able to tech it, although he didn't survive for much longer due to the lack of recovery, because Nana was not close enough to him for the up special to work. So King Dedede was able to take the stock pretty easily. And has now gained the lead. Parry to forward tilt. Hey, Dedede just trying to space out Ice Climbers, it seems, with Gordos, which isn't really going to work against him. Nana does, however, SD, so now it's just Popo against King Dedede for Popo's second stock. Dedede eats the Gordo and is able to spit it back out for the edge guard across the stage with forward air, and to up air for the kill. Dedede does have a stock lead, but he is at 113.4% to Ice Climbers tournament stock. Parries both of the back airs, and lands a forward tilt. Dedede trying to get really close to the Ice Climbers, but Ice Climbers keep down airing or just trying to space them out in general. Nana being hit by the Gordo that was thrown out. Popo and Nana both being hit by the second one. Third one hits Dedede though. Dedede knocked off stage, trying to recover. Ice Climbers back air, but Popo side specials or something and SDs, and it just doesn't end well for Popo. Just like Meta Knight, he goes out with an SD. Dedede moving on to finals against either Ganondorf or Shulk. Definitely not who I expected. Oh, and Chrom beat Pac-Man. So yeah, this entire tournament could have ended very differently from what or it did end differently from what I thought, but it could have ended even more differently if Pac-Man was here. Now Shulk versus Ganondorf, whoever wins this goes on to finals. We could see the Gerudo King versus the King of the Waddle Dees. But so far it doesn't look good for Ganon, although they are kind of tied. Ganondorf was able to recover that. Shulk switching the speed and gets a read. 2 up smashes in a row into up special. Ganondorf trying to recover. Switches over to smash, but gets launched off the side and switches over to jump for the recovery. Though Ganondorf is trying to keep him off stage and is successful in edge guard with up air, taking the first stop of Game 2 semifinals. Though does SD out of fear of Shulk. Ganondorf being thrown around a little bit here. Goes for up air after doing an up throw, although doesn't connect. Lands the forward smash and actually gains the lead after being thrown around. With 2 hits pretty much. Able to use Slash Invincibility to avoid the up special. Gets hit with a down tilt but trades. Shulk switches over to Buster after doing a backslash. Kind of just spacing each other out here. Doing whatever damage they can to each other. We have not seen a Warlock Punch or Falcon Punch, any kind of flashy thing except for what Captain Falcon, or I guess what DDD did, wasn't really Falcon. But yeah, Ganondorf does get the stock, although he does get his stock removed pretty similarly. So tries to get a counter, but gets punished from Ganon. Ganondorf recovering low, gets the up air, and then recovers low again. Goes for the edge guard, although does an air dodge first, which is kind of a risky thing to do, especially off stage. The more that you air dodge off stage, the more laggy it will be, and that's not going to be very well for whenever you're at the top of the stage and you air dodge. You won't be able to jump afterwards. Lands the back air falling, and is able to recover. Definitely playing a little close to the ledge. Shulk should be able to kill any hit with Smash Monado at ledge, or at least most. Ganondorf going for the edge guard and is successful at giving Shulk. As well as footstool for the disrespect, and as soon as he lands teabags, so it's definitely going to be a disrespectful finals here. Ganondorf definitely asserting his dominance in the situation between him and Shulk. It's going to be the most interesting finals so far. I honestly don't know who I want to win more. I still think DDD actually has Ganondorf beat in terms of disrespect. Oh, they're going Castle Siege for finals. Kind of a risky decision. Both of them are heavies that do a lot of damage, so they will be thrown off the stage a lot and killed much earlier than on most stages due to the small stage and the closer blast zone, stuff like that. DDD reclaims the lead, as well as does Gordo and sucks it up. Gets the edge guard on Ganondorf for a very early kill. Even for this stage, although Ganondorf returns it with an edge guard for another early kill. This time it does seem appropriate for the stage. King DDD lands the footstool, although it does not kill Ganon. Ganondorf is able to recover. Lands 2 neutral airs. DDD is kind of falling a little short here. They don't really have anywhere to run from each other. They both take up like 1/3 of the stage each, so there's only 1/3 of space for them to run to, so they're kind of up into each other's face. DDD trying to pressure with neutral air, definitely a really good way to do so. Although the 15th neutral air that he did was not able to connect, neither were any of the other ones, though the 16th one did connect after getting S-smashed by Ganondorf and Ganondorf getting the kill. Goes for the edge guard with Gordo, goes for another one, both of them miss. Up air will not take it. Ganondorf barely staying alive, I assume. Gets 2 parries in a row. However, the Gordo is able to save King Dedede from getting grabbed. Both of these players have played very disrespectfully in the past, and it looks like Ganondorf's going to continue that by not even trying to edgeguard King Dedede, who was barely unable to recover. So it looks like Ganondorf has won, who was actually based off Captain Falcon's moveset, so it looks like Captain Falcon is kind of favored in these tournaments, or characters similar. But yeah, Ganondorf does win. After the last 2 games, he definitely had momentum carry from the last one. So yeah, he was able to defeat Shulk, who had defeated the last champion, which was Captain Falcon. But that's all that I have time for the stream today. Like, I might be able to stream some later, but it won't be a CPU tournament, it'll probably just be gameplay. But Ganondorf did win, and he was actually number 8. So he'll be number 2 next time on the next tournament. But yeah, that's all I have time for, so I guess I'll see everyone in the next stream.